Hello and welcome to ACS Golf, and this week's review where I'm looking at this Evnroll ER5 Hatchback. Now the reason I'm looking at this putter is, number one, I've always wanted to try Evnroll. You know, they've only been around since 2016, but they've been making big waves in the industry really. You know, you got a lot of PGA professionals on YouTube such as Ray Shields who uses them, and there's a few wins on tours now as well, so the professionals are putting them in the bag. And for me at the time, the reason I wanted to look at this is because I was looking for this shape. So that sort of fanged shape here, just to help with my alignment. Now I had a Bertinardi in the bag, which was more that sort of, would you say small mallet, you know, sort of, it was a putter. It's still there actually behind me, so I can actually just show you instead, rather than me trying to explain it. So it was there. So blade, but that little bit more forgiveness because it's a little bit more chunkier. But for me, I just wanted that alignment, a little bit more alignment, but nothing too big. Because previously, going sort of in depth with all this, I was using this, which was a really big sort of chunky mallet from Scotty Cameron. So look at that, a lot smaller this. And for me, this was just a little bit too big near the end. It would just twist a little bit too much due to the weight. So that's why I went for it. And also because the price of it in the second-hand market compared to other premium brands over here in the UK, which I'll get into when we get to the ACS Golf Scale at the end of this video. So, as always, let's have a look at this club. Then I'm going to go through all the technology that's in there, and believe me, there is a lot. And then we'll get down onto the course of it, because this has been in the bag actually for the past couple of months. My latest What's in the Bag, if you haven't watched it, it's on my channel at the moment, is with this in it, to be honest, because it has been on there and I've been very impressed with it. So a little bit of a spoiler there for you there. And then once we get back from the course, I'll run through the ACS Golf Scale and I'll give you my overall thoughts about this putter. Okay, so first things first, let's have a closer look at this club. So there you go, a closer look at the club. And it is a very nice club. I do like the way they've got Evnroll in the back there. You know, that alignment aid with the two dots on top as well. Even though it is a very good looking club, for me, for some reason, I don't know why, but it just doesn't maybe look as premium as say a Scotty Cameron does, even though they are relatively the same price range. And probably maybe even, I don't know, maybe Bertinardi as well. Even though they are, I'm about to break my printer, even though they are the same sort of price range, you know, Scotty's, they have that cult following where they're sort of just more than just a putter. They're quite a lot of the time just sort of a piece of artwork. I don't really feel that with this putter. Doesn't mean it's not going to be very good, but I just don't really feel it when it comes down to looks wise. So let's now get into the technology. So, reading off their website here, Evnroll putters first came into the golfing world's attention, as I mentioned before, in 2016 with a range of stunning 100% milled putters featuring designs from Untitled groundbreaking patented sweet face technology. There you go. The innovation and unique groove technology is engineered to deliver uniform performance across the entire hitting area of the putter face for unprecedented accuracy and zero dispersions. Since then, the brand has won multiple awards internationally for its game-changing technology, including being the first company to win MyGolfSpy's Most Wanted Blade and Mallet back-to-back. Well, that's quite a successful thing there, isn't it? So moving on, we've got the sweet face technology here. So every putter has a sweet spot, only Evnroll has a sweet face. So the premises is on a 25-foot putt, a ball hit half an inch off centre outside the sweet spot, will travel 6 to 8 inches offline and 12 to 18 inches shorter. That miss hit is a miss putt. So the idea here is rather than to hit it sweetly, you need to hit the middle of the face. You can hit it anywhere along these sort of lines here, and the idea is that it will travel the same distance and travel straight. I mean, once you're hitting sort of a blade putter, your misses tend to still go straight, but they don't go as far. And then if you're hitting something like this Scotty here, mallet, if you tend to hit it off the middle of the face, the distance stays the same, but it tends to actually go offline. So they're basically saying is, not only is this going to go straight, but it's also going to go the distance if you miss that centre. Well, that would be a great thing, wouldn't it? I mean, obviously, if you hit off the centre and you wanted to hit off the middle to go straight, then you'll probably still miss the putt, but you'll just miss it. And then moving on, there's zero dispersions, so series of closely spaced variables width channels, there you go, that are wider in the centre and get gradually narrower towards the heel and toe. This creates a precisely calibrated inward V shape from both the heel and the toe that progressively redirects the ball down the target line. I mean, you can actually see that. I don't know if you can see it there, but they are actually sort of thicker in the middle and then they sort of close at the end. So that's the idea of redirecting the ball. Great. You know, if it works, that's fantastic. Keep that putt going straight, and obviously keeping the same distance, because that's what we want in the end of the day, you know. Even if you, for a 25-foot putt, for example, if you maybe do miss that face, but it goes straight, maybe you might still miss a hole, but you hopefully will be right by it for a tap in. So who can complain with that? Then we've got the Evnroll distance. So because the channels get narrower away from the centre, as I just mentioned, the spacings gets wider. This increases in contact surface, means more energy transfer and replaces energy lost when a ball is hit away from the sweet spot. So centre and off centre hits travel the same distance. So there you go. So the idea is, because there's less gaps there, more of the club is going to hit the face and keep that ball going straight. Which is just, you know, when it comes down to technology, it is just jam-packed. And obviously, like I said, it's 100% CNC milled face, which they do say on the bottom there. There you go. And they've got loads of models out. I mean, this one, it's difficult to find a date. I think this one first did come out when they released it, so 2016 perhaps, but this, you can still pick up this model. It's still new. I think they tweak it along the year, so I don't precisely know which year this one is from, and they keep on releasing new models every year. And so, you know, they've literally got a model for everyone at the moment. I think loads of new stuff out, loads of old stuff that you can still buy, and so it's quite good. One thing I will say is they normally have a really good a really good grip on the end of this, which is an Evnroll counterbalance one. I picked this up second hand and they put a flat cat grip on it. Actually wrong, because it's supposed to be like that and they put it on like that, which actually for me has worked really well, so got lucky with that. But do be aware of that, because that counterbalance is there for a reason. So I always find it a bit funny when people take these grips off and put another grip on. If someone does it and they do it right and they put the same sort of counterweight in there so it stays balances, that's great. But just be aware, if someone's gone and done it themselves, it could affect how the putter performs, you know, because the idea of these things is they are supposed to be very balanced. Oh, there you go. It's to help you with your putting capability. So do be aware of this. Also, this was actually 33 inch. And they extended to 34. Again, be aware, because when it comes down to weights and stuff like this, because of the counterbalances and everything like that, they tend to, and the length of the shaft, when you tend to get a longer shaft, the head actually becomes a little bit lighter for that sort of counterbalance. The idea there's more weight sort of in the club at total, but sort of more at the end. So do be aware of that. So technically this is a little bit heavier than it should be for a 34 inch putter. For me, it's worked wonderfully well, but again, it might not work for you. So do be aware of these things. This is more just buying things secondhand rather than the putter, but do be aware. And final thing I will add before we get down to the course and then get to the ACS golf scale, is the head cover. Very premium head cover. Comes with, if I can get it out, its own marker there. Get even. Very cool. Get that back in place. So as you'd expect from something at what the price is, which I'll tell you later, a very premium head cover. Okay, now let's get down to the course. I'll talk you through my sort of feelings about this, what I think about it when I'm putting with it, what I really like about it. We'll get back here, do the ACS golf scale, and then I'll let you know my overall thoughts about this putter. Okay, let's get down to the course and show this boy in action.
So here I am down on Hersham on a lovely summer's day, and always nice to start off with a 1-putt for par. Now, getting into this club and why I really like it is mainly due to the fact of the weighting of it. I really like the fact that the head's a little bit heavier. As I mentioned before, it's actually the 33-inch one that goes up to 34, so someone's extended it, so the head's a little bit heavier than you would if you brought the 34-inch one, so that actually really helped me with distance control. This one I did not get right at all. The greens are quite fast at the moment, obviously still being in summer. The time of this video comes out, actually it won't be summer anymore, but at the time I did the filming it was summer. And down the hill I just didn't get it right, and then going up the hill again didn't get it right, so unfortunately a 3-putt for bogey here on a par 3. But you know, I do enjoy the weight, I enjoy the feel of it as well, and the sound. To be fair, the sound is quite a nice dull thud. The weight with it, the feel, sorry, you know, it's not the softest, but it's by far not the firmest. I'd say it's closer to soft than it is firm, but I think that's really good. You know, if you have a putter that's too soft, which I've used a Scotty Cameron before, that's too soft, and this celebrated too early, never mind, still got the par and the 2-putt. And the thing with it not being as soft, this is great, because when a putter for me is too soft, like a Scotty Cameron Phantom that I used to use, I feel like I really had to go full whack to get the putter to go and get that ball flying off the face. Now the issue with that is if I'm really going back and taking a big swing at it, it means that my alignment can then come off, I could miss the ball in the middle, and a lot more things can go wrong. So this putter being a little bit more sort of heavier and the feel being less soft means that I can really sort of just do my natural swing and get the ball past the hole, or hopefully in the hole, but past it if necessary, just like this putt there. Which means that, you know, I'm not going to leave my birdie shots short, I'm not going to leave the par shot shorts, etc. I'm going to at least get it to the hole, which I'm really happy with. So I really do enjoy the feel of this club, because to be honest, for me it's perfect. As I mentioned, and I'll say it again, not the softest, but by all means it is soft, so don't get me wrong, it is a soft feeling putter, which you would expect with a premium sort of milled face putter. Now, what also I really like about it is the alignment aid. So for me, using the Bertinardi that I used to use, I did find that obviously that being more of a blade type, you know, it was a thicker blade, so borderline sort of mini mallet, I did struggle with alignment. But with this, you know, you've got alignment in the middle, you've got the 2 fangs as well, it really does help me align it. And because it's not as big as a bigger mallet, it means I feel like the movement of the head is a bit more stable. I feel like if the putter's too big for me, it can sort of swing a bit, which I'm not necessarily happy with. But overall, really think this putter's a great putter. It's definitely helped me putt less, which is perfect, and definitely helped me get close to the hole, which in the end of the day I want to get. There you go, right just short of the hole, 1 putt again from that distance, so 2 putts in total, and that's perfect. That's exactly what I want when I get to a hole. I want to be 2 putts or lower, and this putter I'm finding is really helping me from a long distance.
So there you go down the course, and as I said, I'm so impressed by this putter. I mean, the fact that I'm hitting it past the hole, so don't get me wrong, I'm not necessarily getting a hole each time, and that's down to me. That's not down to the putter, that's down to me reading the green. But the fact that I'm hitting it past is great. There's nothing worse than a birdie putt, or even a par putt, just to leave it short. There's no worse feeling in the world. So I'd much rather hit it past and then have a tap in afterwards and hit it short, and then still be in quite a bit of trouble. So really happy with that, to be fair. And the feel wise, it's still a soft feel, but it's not as soft, I will just say quickly, as this Scotty Cameron, for example. This is like softer than soft when it comes to this, but it is still a nice soft premium putter feeling that you'd expect from something like this. So yeah, so there you go. Anyway, all right, let's get straight into the ACS golf scale. If you're new to the channel, it's 1 to 5, 5 being the best, 1 being the worst. Distance, and we've got 5 categories, by the way. Distance, I'm not hitting this off the deck or, off a tee. So distance, NA, not applicable. So let's move on there. Feel. So feel, I've given this a 4 out of 5. I'm really happy with the feel. Like I said, it's not the softest, but I don't particularly want the softest. It is still very soft. Don't get me wrong, this is not a hard putter, but it just feels responsive. It feels weird, powerful sort of thing. And I like the sort of the noise that comes off the face. It's sort of more of a dull sort of thud. It feels really nice. And I can tell where I've hit it off the face as well. If I've missed the middle, I can tell that. So it's responsive. It feels good, feels powerful, and soft enough for me to really enjoy it. So 4 out of 5, very happy with the feel. Not giving it 5 out of 5, just because, like I said, it's not the softest out there. I definitely think, compared this to a Scotty, I think if you're going for a brand new Scotty, I think they will feel a little bit nicer than this, and that's why it's a 4 out of 5. But 4 out of 5 is very, very good. Looks, again, a 4 out of 5. I do like the look of it. I think it's a very good looking putter from the top, but again, it's not quite getting to that 5 out of 5 or a little bit higher, just because it doesn't feel like artwork to me, sort of thing. People go out and collect Scotty Camerons because they look amazing, they feel amazing, etc. I don't think I would start, and I have a putter collection myself. I don't think I would go out and start collecting Evnroll. They're good looking putters, but they don't necessarily have that sort of artwork about them, sort of thing. I wouldn't go out and start collecting them. I think they're great, but I just wouldn't. So that's why 4 out of 5. Very good looks, really happy with it. Looking down at it, looks very premium, lots of confidence, but not enough sort of X factor. I'd say, there you go, not enough for X factor for me to give it 5 out of 5. Okay, now on to forgiveness. 4.5 out of 5. Obviously, it is a mallet shape, so it is going to be a little bit more forgiving. Well, a lot more forgiving than the blade. But I've definitely found that these grooves and their technology in it, I think really have helped. Off hits are going the same distance and they're not going that offline. With a more traditional mallet like this Scotty, which is, milled across the face, if I hit this from the wrong side, it tends to go the same distance as a mallet putter would, but I don't tend to get it to stay online as well as this does. It tends to go off a little bit more offline. So very happy with the forgiveness. 4.5 out of 5. I feel like the technology they put in this really does work. Well, it does work for me, and I've picked it up. Obviously, you guys go out there and give it a try and then work it out yourself if you think it helps you. But for me, it's been quite a game changer, to be fair, this putter. It really has. And it's really helped me be confident about those longer putts. I know, first, I'm going to get it close, and secondly, odds on now again, it's going to go in, and I'm going to get that long birdie putt, or, long saving par putt example. So, very happy with it. Now, on to the main bit, which I'm sure all of you guys have been watching this and wondering about the price. So, price, as this is a bit of a different one, this price, because like I said, this is a putter you can still buy. You can still go out and get it in the shops. You can go and get fitted if you want for it. And this is the thing. So price-wise, a lot of these videos aren't necessarily about new clubs. A lot of these videos are about what you can pick up on the second-hand market. And I tend to go, when it comes down to price, unless it's a brand new spanking club, I tend to go what the price is on the second-hand market. So if you're looking in store, I would say I'll give it a 2.5 out of 5 because it is a premium putter. You're paying that. A lot of the places, it's just under £400 or under $500. I did see it on sale at the moment on one of the websites for £329, which is a premium putter price. If you're looking for a Scotty, I think Scotties are a little bit more than that now, but they are more expensive. And also, if you go in your second-hand stores, you're looking at 230, so £290. So saving yourself 100 quid, 150 quid if you go in the second-hand store, which isn't a bad thing. But again, that's sort of the way that sort of premium putter level is. But over here in the UK, if you go on eBay, and this is why I'm giving the price of this a 4 out of 5. If you go on eBay, you can get these because people aren't thinking about them because they are a 2016 putter. They are new. You can get this for under £150, so under $200. You know, I've seen one of these going for £144, that's $180. Another one went for £107. It was a black finish one, a little bit worse for wear, but the face was still good. You know, for £107, that's $135. And another one for £114, which was under $150. So in the second-hand market on eBay, over here in the UK, I'm not sure about the US or anywhere else around the world, but over here in the UK, people don't really know about this brand too much. You know, they know the Scotties. So Scotty Camerons, you're lucky to pick up a second-hand Scotty Cameron under 200 quid. You know, Burton Hardy's is another actually good brand in the UK to be looking at, but I'm sure in America, again, you can't find them under 200 quid or $200, etc. But this, you can. They don't seem to hold their market on the second-hand value as well as other premium putters. Now, don't get me wrong, if you've got a budget, they're not as cheap as a lot of the Odysseys, which 100 quid, under 100 quid, etc. But if you want to go out and buy yourself a premium putter, love the feel of it, you know, like the looks, you know, the premium head cover, technically it would have come with a premium grip as well. Don't get me wrong, this is still a premium grip, but would have come with a premium grip as well. It is a great option, and that's why I'm giving it 4 out of 5, because I really do think if you're looking for that premium putter, it is worth a look, getting this on the second-hand market and saving yourself a little bit of money. Okay, so there we go. That is what I think of the Evnroll ER5 Hatchback putter. Specifically, it's the same though with the whole Evnroll brand, you know, in the second-hand market when it comes down to price. For me, it's been an absolute game changer. I've really enjoyed the forgiveness on the face, the fact that it does keep it in line. You know, I've enjoyed the feel of it. I enjoy the look down of it as well. I've always wanted one of these fang putters to give it a go, and for me, it's very much in the bag, and I cannot see this coming out anytime soon. Been really, really impressed with it. Okay, guys, there you go. There's my review of the Evnroll ER5 Hatchback. Remember, if you like this video, do give it a like. Leave a comment down below if you've played Evnroll before. You know, if you have, what do you think of is it still in the bag, or did you decide to take it out and go down another route? Do let me know in the comments. Remember to subscribe to my Instagram channel at ACS Golf. Lots of sort of insights of upcoming reviews on there, so you don't want to miss out on that. And also remember to subscribe to the channel, guys, so you do not miss out on your weekly ACS Golf reviews. Okay, hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll catch you guys next week.